Hi guys, Rachybop here, and in today's Sims mobile video I'd like to share with you some tips that I've picked up along the way through a lot of playing the game, and these tips should hopefully help you. Some of them I'm sure you've figured out, but some of them maybe you haven't realised, so let's go through them real quick in this video. So the first major tip that I could give you ever that was going to be great is to use 2 Sims within your household to do an event. So what I mean by that is, if you have any events that you need to do in double the time, or you want to get through a story really quickly, or you've got Llamazoom to complete or a quest to complete, if you do a certain like sim on sim event with 2 Sims within your household, it will literally halve the time. Another tip, when you finish an event, quite often you'll have little icons on the top of these that'll say get an extra amount of XP or an extra amount of heirloom tickets or whatever it is if you watch a video. So do that as many times as you can and you'll actually find yourself progressing a lot quicker. Also take notice of surprising choices, especially if it's something that's going to propel you through relationship events or things like that during quest times. Just take notice of them. I know they're very annoying and usually pointless and very expensive, but sometimes these little XP ones can be very helpful. Another tip for you is for Llamazoom. Llamazoom distresses the heck out of me. I'm sure a lot of you guys are over it as well. But generally it comes with a long event, like a few standard events and many small events, and you can choose if you want a mixture or if you want them to be career, relationship or hobby orientated. Now I would say if you get your Sims to be in mainly at least one in a long event, the other 3 in standard events before you come to your next Llamazoom, and make sure that they're like all in a hobby one or all in a career one, and then when Llamazoom becomes available you can select the theme relating to what they're already in, and then they will have finished that when you come to select it. It really helps you get a head start on Llamazoom, and that is the only way around it. What I like to do is kind of keep one Sim free to do the little XP jobs, and the others will be in the relevant events to what I choose. But generally I actually don't bother with Llamazoom anymore, but when I do, when I have to for quests, that is a really good tip. Another little tip is, if you're into stickers and collecting stickers and things, is make your Sims as eye-catching as possible. Make them either super pretty, super ugly, super quirky, something that just makes them stand out a lot, so that when they meet other Sims, which you will benefit by going to a party and doing, so that your Sim gets seen, but the more quirky they are, the more likely they are to get more brilliant stickers, and then you'll get more fashion gems when the time comes. And speaking of fashion gems, I actually need to clear my closet so I can show you this. Let's just destroy a couple of things, because there's actually a limit within the Izzy creations of 35, which just isn't enough. So I'm just gonna go to Parkside to Izzy's van and create a new design. So a lot of the stuff that I'm telling you is explained on the screen at various times, but it's not always super obvious because you get tied up in playing the game and some things just go amiss. So if you see here, it says pin items to save them. Each pinned item increases the fashion gems needed to retry a design. So if you look on here and you think, okay, well I like that, whatever that is, but I don't need that foodie boost and I don't particularly like the top, then I can pin the effect, the special effect, and then retry the design, and it will only give me new options for the things that I haven't pinned. Oh, it's a stinky one. Oh god. I totally didn't look at the model then. Never mind. Oh. Yeah, I'm not into it, Izzy. But again, like, okay, I've decided I don't want the stinky thing, but I do want the yoga boost because I need to upgrade on the yoga. So I'm going to retry that again. And I also don't like the llama outfit because I think I've already got it. Now it will be more expensive, and I'm not saying you're going to end up with exactly what you want, but the potential is much greater, and it's just a good little tip. Oh, well yeah, sure. Another thing is to work through your quests as much as possible. They are very small, repetitive, quite annoying, but they do add up the old XP and occasionally the sim cash, so they are very useful just to get that little bit of a top up. And one final tip is if you are going to be spending money on sim cash, a good tip if you're using it for events and you do have the time to actively play, and obviously not as much as you would need to without the sim cash, because otherwise if that's why you're buying sim cash then there's not much point. But I do find it a lot more cost effective to spend the sim cash that you've bought on cupcakes, because then you can speed up the events. They're half the length again, which if you're doing sim on sim within your household and that's halved, and then you use a cupcake, it's halved again, and then it becomes very little time that you have to actively play, and you just end up getting a lot more for your money if you spend that sim cash on the cupcakes. So just bear that in mind. Okay, so I think that's all the tips that I've got for you today. I hope this has been helpful to you. If you have any tips, please let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!